Hello kindred longevity lifestyle designers, this is Zach here with Secrets of Longevity and Humans.com, as well as my new blog, martin-kilgour.com. And today is Q&A Sunday, and I have some questions that people have been sending in to me throughout the week, and I'm going to answer those. So the first question we have is from Raw Abundance on Twitter, so that's at Raw Abundance if you want to follow them. And they're asking, what have you found is an optimal fitness strategy for longevity? And yeah, I've experimented with a wide range of various types of exercises, practices, martial arts even. And my conclusion is that, I actually wrote an article about this which covers exercising for longevity, specifically when you have that intent. It's different than if you're exercising for health or exercising for weight loss or exercising for vanity. You're going to be wanting a broader range of different exercises. You're not going to be wanting to focus on high impact exercises such as most sports are high impact. So in a nutshell, my interpretation of the best fitness strategy for longevity is a program that incorporates what I call yin exercises and yang exercises. So this would be very passive, more internal type exercises as well as external type exercises, and also avoiding those types of exercises that are very high risk, that present very high risk of injury, such as snowboarding, skiing, downhill, your various contact sports. I am an advocate of martial arts, however, excessive sparring leads to a lot of blows to the head, and it is well known that even just a pretty light blow to the head, you're killing brain cells every time that happens. So I'm not talking about sort of UFC type martial arts here. I'm talking about martial arts for self-defense, where yes, you might get into some sparring if that's included in your art, but your focus is on being engaged in an art form that is both good for your health, longevity, as well as building a certain amount of self-defense. So for a more complete idea of that strategy that I talk about, just check out the article I have posted in the more info box to the right hand side there, or if you're watching this on my blog, it's posted below. I'll link to the article on my Secrets of Longevity site that talks about this plan I've just been talking about, the yin and yang exercises, and how you can sort of figure out a plan, or make up a plan for yourself that targets the various metabolic systems of the body. So the next question is from Loving Choice, and they're asking how important it is for breathing for longevity, and do I practice any type of breathing exercise? And again, this would actually, I'd tie this in with the previous question. I talk about breathing exercises in that article, and I sort of give, that's more of a yin type exercise. So yes, I highly recommend breathing exercises. There's a plethora of different types. You look at the different systems, whether it's Qigong, like Chinese type yoga, or Ayurvedic or Indian yoga, even in some shamanic and other cultural traditions, they have breathing exercises. So there's a wide range of different types of exercises you can choose from. And then there's also very basic stuff that has been even researched in exercise sciences, which don't go into as much detail of the more esoteric type anatomy of the body. For example, pranayama focuses on opening up nadis and chakras with the breathing exercises sometimes, and Qigong works with meridians, etc. with the breathing. So it's really up to you what you feel drawn to. Now, my personal practice incorporates various Qigong breathing exercises, and I will go into more detail about those when I have the opportunity to write a more in-depth article about them. But for now, it's basically the best type of breathing for someone to start off with is basic diaphragmatic breathing. When you get used to breathing to the lowest part of your body, you're using the lower lungs and the upper lungs in conjunction with each other, whereas a lot of people are upper chest breathers, and when you get the full deeper breath, you're obviously oxygenating your blood more. It's bringing your whole body pH chemistry to a more alkaline state, because you're getting rid of more carbon dioxide, and you're actually, there's more blood flow to the lower lungs, so you're getting, that's why you're getting so much more oxygen. And it actually brings your nervous system down to a rest and digest sort of passive state, and it can pull you away from being stuck in that sort of stressed out fight or flight nervous system overload. D. Delmar Smith asks, where do I get my MSM? And I'm not currently actually using much MSM. I have a moisturizer that has some MSM in it, so it's really good for the skin. It's good for muscle injuries. When I do use MSM, I would get it from a source like sunfoodnutrition.com, or there's Ultimate Superfoods, of course, is another great one. These are much more reliable, I think, than just going down to your local health food store and picking some up. You're also going to be able to get it in larger bulk quantities, because we do know that the benefits of MSM in terms of its breaking down calcification in the body is from taking large doses over a little bit longer of a time than you get just from a little bottle of MSM tablets. I do know that Flora, as you mentioned, is a good company. All their products are very natural based. They don't add anything that's toxic, unlike, it's actually one of those few supplements in health food stores that I'd say are safe to take. But again, I know that their quantities are fairly small that you get in those bottles, so if you're wanting to do a really good program with the MSM, I get it in a larger quantity, that not necessarily in capsules. You can just take it and mix it in water, and you can also take it as a cream if you're just using it for muscle injuries, etc. You don't necessarily need to be taking it internally all the time, and it's actually a very acidic supplement, so you don't want to be taking it non-stop all the time. You want to take breaks and sort of rotate it. And the final question for the day is from Rob, and he's asking if I can give any ideas to him about salad dressing. And I'm not exactly a master chef by any means, so I do a pretty basic salad dressing on a pretty regular basis. I just mix lemon juice and olive oil, pretty much in equal parts, and sometimes I'll add other things like a bit of sauerkraut juice, if I've got some of that left over, at the bottom of the container. And then I also add spirulina to that, so that makes it very high protein and very calorically dense, and also that makes a salad a meal, because for me I can't just eat a salad and actually feel full. It's just sort of water and fiber. And then I also add some spices like cumin, turmeric, dill, whatever I have on hand, and perhaps even a little bit of mustard, depending on what I feel like creating. I do lemon juice and not apple cider vinegar, because apple cider vinegar has a very alkaline effect in the stomach, and that will prevent the hydrochloric acid in your stomach from breaking down the greens in the salad as much as it would if it was kept acidic. So the great thing about lemon juice is it stays acidic until it's been processed by your body, and at that point it turns to alkaline, has an alkaline ash effect in the body after it's been digested. So that's one thing they do at Hippocrates, is they recommend not taking apple cider vinegar with meals. So none of the recipes have it in it. And it's not that they say don't take apple cider vinegar, they just say take it on its own. And he's also asking whether I use a cell phone or a Wi-Fi system around me. And yes, I do have a cell phone, and I am in a Wi-Fi network here. Unfortunately, I don't have the setup right now to have the Ethernet cable plugged in. However, I do make sure that I utilize the grounding technology, the Barefoot Connections grounding technology. It's a sheet with silver thread through it, and it plugs into the ground wire, and that has been shown to disperse the electromagnetic pollution or static that gets accumulated on the body from these things. And with my cell phone, I'm very cautious. I don't use it much. I use it for basic calls. I don't talk to people for long periods of time on it. I have the most basic plan possible. And whenever I'm going anywhere, like in the car, and I need to take it with me, I just put it on the seat next to me. I try not to carry it on me for long at all. And but they are technologies that I find very helpful, and I do hope that in the future there can be adjustments to these technologies so that we don't have to expose ourselves to these health-damaging effects that they cause. So yes, please submit your questions throughout the week on any platform that you know me through, and I can answer them next week at next Sunday's Q&A.